It'll be interesting to see what both parties can come up with.
Reactions.
Rotimi was saying one or two things before we got
okay.
on
That
set.
they are also going to have their own meeting and make their own pronouncement.
I want to see if they have they've done that already.
Yeah.
I want to see if they have anything they can come up with this time. But nobody is surprised with this. It will always get to this, and we'll wait to see.
But we must clear. I mean, we must clear here that this is the only recognized NFF
By FIFA.
board by FIFA.
Clearly,
it's.
no,
I
no,
mean,
there,
it's
there are no arguments about which NFF is recognized by FIFA.
Yes.
According to FIFA and to a lot of people, there's only one NFF.
Sure. Whatever decisions they've made, will stand, or probably should stand.
The General Assembly, where every federation president and vice president are meeting, is taking place in Mexico. And you know those who are there. So there's no need for us to overflog the issue or whip a dead horse. There's only one NFF recognized by FIFA. But you know the way things are, and the political solutions.
They've been bad
for 5 years.
5 years.
They came out with their own and said 7 years.
And they're back from other people for 7 years. But really,
or maybe something could take us back to the negotiating table. I don't.
The truth is, we don't need a negotiating table.
You know what?
I just want to see the next chapter.
You know what?
We don't need a
I think that the sports minister has a lot of work on his hands.
Yes.
But let's leave it for him. That's why he's the sports minister. That's why he's the man in charge.
He should help us win medals at the Olympics for now.
Let him know how to sort things out and keep us focused on what will move the game forward in Nigeria. All right, guys, let's they are talking about the Super Eagles now. Let's talk about the Super Eagles. Yesterday, we were talking about the officials being denied visas and all of that. The NFF have picked it up administratively. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs have picked it up. So we are expecting that there will be some resolution of that problem very soon. But while that is going on, the Nigerian Football Federation released the captain of the Super Eagles, Mikel Obi. That's a new captain. And his assistant, Ahmed Musa. And they told them, guys, a former captain, the first guy to play 100 caps for Nigeria, gave everything to this country. Joseph Yobo is having a testimonial game. We know what you guys can do, so we don't really need to find out what you can do in a training game. So go play for Yobo, because it's bringing in a lot of international players inside and outside of Nigeria, and it's good for you guys to be represented. Some have criticized the move, some have applauded the move, but what do you think, Yemi?
I don't know if it was a rethink. I don't know if they had the plan all along, but whatever it is, I think it's a good move. A player of Joseph Yobo's caliber cannot be doing something, and people outside will come. It's rumored that you might have the likes of John Terry and all of those guys coming, and you don't have the main players.
At least some of the
at least some, maybe not all, but at least some. The ones that are not active will be there. What about the ones that are active? And I think it's only fitting for what Joseph Yobo has been able to do for Nigeria, all his years of labor and everything. I think it's only fitting that you have Mikel and Musa going for this war. And the truth is, they will not be missed. You already know what they can do. And this opens the door for some of those new invitees that you would have loved to see, who probably will not get the chance to play if this guys
we know what they can do, Rotimi, but we'll probably have tried Mikel in central defense.
Well, Chelsea.
In the friendly, because that's what he's been doing now.
He can do that at testimonial.
Okay, can play central at testimonial. All right, but I think that's, for me, I think it's not a bad decision, really.
At all.
To honor Joseph Yobo and allow these guys to go play.
Even some of the guys that were not invited, for the friendlies, can also be a part of the testimonial.
They will be. And of course, remember that Aaron Samuel is out of the friendly because of an injury. And in his place, Babatunde Michael has been called up. Now that we know that we're going to be missing 3 players, the coach decided to call up 1 more player, and that's Babatunde Michael. So he's been called up to the game. All right. So that's the issue for the Super Eagles. We're looking forward to those friendly games, and I'm sure Nigerians will want to see the Eagles show promise in the games against Mali and Luxembourg. But once again, no Ahmed Musa, no John Mikel Obi, no Aaron Samuel for Nigeria in those 2 games. They will, I'm talking of Mikel and Musa, they will be at the testimonial game. That will be taking place in Port Harcourt. It's important for us to clarify. Yeah. It will be taking place in Port Harcourt on Children's Day, May 27th, at the Aduke Mercymaker Stadium in Port Harcourt. All right, guys, let's come home again, closer home, and talk about the Nigeria Professional Football League. Today, there was the final game of match day 16 in Maiduguri. I saw the pictures of the fans trooping out, filling up the stands in Maiduguri, and I'm happy for football in Maiduguri and what football has been able to do. I know that evil cannot win forever. Yeah. This, for me, is testimony that these guys can get their lives back. And their football club is also making it count for them. 2-0, good win over Kano Pillars. Rotimi.
I mean, fantastic one for El-Kanemi. I felt they would probably drop points in this game. But maybe the ginger they got from the fans coming out after what we saw earlier today that wasn't really palatable in Maiduguri. You know, probably spurred the guys on, you know, to get this win.
Play for the fans.
And play for the fans. And I think it's a fantastic one. 3 points is vital if you want to stay in the NPFL. And I mean, you must applaud El-Kanemi. Kano Pillars, yes, they've had 1 or 2 good results away from home,
on the road.
They are not still good travelers.
They are flattering to deceive, as they say.
I like the way the people that are topping the league are getting knocks. As it stands now, you have Rangers, Rivers, Pillars, and Abia Warriors. I like the fact that sometimes you go to places where you're expected to pick points, and it doesn't happen for you. And it's a testimony to the fact that a lot of things are happening in our league. Even the team currently on top, they are holding on with the skin of their teeth. And I kind of like that. And I hope we'll get to see that till the end, just to have a keenly contested competition, keenly contested league. So I'm loving it. I'm loving 2-0 victory for El-Kanemi. I saw the pictures, fans, the way they came out, in spite of all the things that have happened in that
happened
region.
earlier today.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing short of praising those people.
Okay, Adeogun Ben John at Adeogun Ben John on Twitter wants us to show the table. Okay, we'll do that for you tomorrow. We showed you the table yesterday. We'll do it again tomorrow. My producer will work on that and show you again the table from start to finish tomorrow of the standings. And it says, keep up the good job. Well, thank you for that. We'll keep doing what we can do. All right, so we'll make sure that you get the table tomorrow and you get a preview of match day 17. Once again, we're still talking the league before we go to England and talk about Everton. We are waiting for official confirmation of the Ilorin situation with Giwa FC. Today, the disciplinary committee also affirmed all the punishment meted out to Giwa by the LMC. All right, the fine and the 3 points, 3 goals to Rangers with the 1-0 result, and of course to Wiki Tourist for the 3-0 result. They failed to show up. But we are waiting for words on Aqua United, and maybe, as we said earlier on today, the match report is still on the way from Ilorin to Abuja since yesterday. But I'm sure something will happen. Something will happen. Guys, let's go abroad very quickly. Are you surprised, Roberto Martinez? Wigan went down, but then he got a good job because he won the FA Cup with Wigan. Now he's been booted out by Everton.
I mean, after his maiden season at Everton, he finished fifth. That's probably one.
And he's not been able to match. He's not been able to match that Everton.
The following season, he finished 11th, and then this time around, 1 win in 10 games. I think that's enough for you to
Last
say.
victory in March.
I mean, it's a good way to say thank you for what you've done. Looks like you've lost, you know, the magic for this particular Blues team, and I'm not surprised really. But the question must be, Frank de Boer leaving Ajax and being linked to Everton
at the same time. You know this conspiracy.
Yeah, and then his brother.
You football buffs, you know how to link people up.
Because Ronald Koeman, who is the brother to Frank, says he wants to coach in England.
Yeah.
And he's been linked to Everton. If Everton wants him, they should come.
Is that the only place where there's a vacancy for now?
I think he's been reluctant to extend his contract with Ajax. So
especially losing on that final day.
The way he lost that final day, and he says he wants to move on. But he has also said staying 1 year out of a job is also an option. But once his brother has said, once Frank is telling us now that he would be interested in the Everton job, and you have Dutch coaches in the English Premier League, although it might be one less at the start of next season.
Okay.
It might be one less.
I think it should be. A lot of persons want it to be one less.
So, as a United fan,
but yes, man, in
anything.
6 years.
As a United fan, Rotimi.
I've not said anything.
It could be coming to United then.
In 6 years, I mean, he won four trophies. They were thinking it was going to make it 5.
Yeah.
Because they needed just a win, but unfortunately they got a draw. But he's a good manager. I mean, he's brought them to the ever Champions League, to the Europa League, and they've done well with a budget that is very small. Now it comes to a club where they can spend money. Most English clubs, I mean, do have money. They can attract some of the top players in other lesser leagues, and I think he can do well. I feel sorry for the Everton man, Roberto Martinez, that lost his job. But if you win 1 in 10, I mean, you saw it coming. And far back as April, the fans have started, the
pressure's been mounting.
Placards. I mean, a lot of us were wondering how long it would take for this.
I mean, if in your first season you finished in 5th place, you've given the fans a lot of expectation. You've raised their hopes, and then you keep coming down, and you're getting down and getting lower and lower and lower.
I also saw a report that David Moyes might be going back to Goodison Park.
Yeah, anything is possible.
So
he's not bookmakers' favorites, but he's there in the mix.
And I
but
think
on top, I agree with him, on top.
And he had a good record at Everton. They can always open the doors for him to return. All right, guys, that's how we have to wrap it up on Sports Tonight this Monday. Rotimi, thank you so much for
thank you very much
for your time. That's a United man, and it says
which of the United? There's the United.
We've not said too much about the project that's also going on at the Emirates because people are also saying.
Allow us to do that.
Anyway, there's still one more edition of Sports Tonight for the week, and that will be tomorrow. And we can assure you that you will enjoy it because we'll make it a lot bigger, a lot better than what you've seen today. But all the same, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the night. Bye-bye now.